Hey guys, it's me, Christina, and I have my September wrap up, what I'm currently reading, and some other stuff. So, the first book I read in September was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Brains. This is the first of 3 books, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and it was enjoyable. Then the second book I read was a book I loved, was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is the very first Sarah J. Maas book I've ever read, and I loved it. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's freaking amazing. I'm reading the sequel, and it's just so good, and it's new adult fantasy, which is not something I've ever read before, and it was just so good. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The last book I read this month was The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the sequel to The Raven Boys, and this one was like so good. Like, when I do my review, it's gonna be lots of just fangirling and spoilers, but without giving it away, it's like if you didn't really enjoy The Raven Boys, I don't think you're gonna like the sequel. But if you really loved The Raven Boys, read the sequel, because you still don't have a lot of answers, but it's just so good. Like, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the series, but I'm just loving it. I'm on the 3rd one now. So, and I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Now, I really don't have a favorite book this month. Actually, I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna pick the Dream Thieves and A Court of Thorns and Roses as my favorites this month. Now, before I do what I'm currently reading, I'm gonna talk about other favorites. So, podcasts. I never talked about this like last month. It's this podcast called King Falls AM, I think it's called. If it's not, I'm gonna put it in the description. It's like this radio show that's like not real, but it's so funny because it feels like you're like listening to a radio show in this like small town, and it's so funny. And just listen to it if you love podcasts. So yeah. And next is like making bookmarks. I have been making bookmarks not that long, for the last like few days, and some are like book theme and some are not, so I'm going to show you them. So I've been doing some on watercolor paper and some on like scrap, like sketchbook paper, which I prefer doing it on watercolor because it's like thicker. So these are just like random ones. I have ones with like vines. Then this one is from A Court of Thorns and Roses. And A Court of Mist and Fury, which is Reason. I love Reason. Like, he's like not a character I thought I was gonna like, and I'm gonna do them for like all the characters that I like. The Night Court. Then I did like some splatter ones, which I love doing because you can just get your aggression out. And this is like green and gold. More splatter ones. And this is one that I did with like liquid watercolor, which is different, gives a different effect, and it says read. Then I did one similar, and it says read, but I did it in pen. Then I did a quote from A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is, I love you, Thorns and all. This one is my favorite one I've done. This one is a rose. And this one says, just one more chapter, ... And this one is another one from A Court of Thorns and Roses. It says, pity those who don't feel anything at all. And that's like one of my favorite quotes from the book. And this one is one of my favorites. Just like really pretty. Like, I mixed like blue and purple and a little bit of black, so it gives like this effect. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do more And I just like making them because like I read so much that like sometimes I don't have like a bookmark. So yeah. And let's get to what I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading Captive Prince by C.S. Pack. I'm enjoying it. It's just really slow. I'm on page 39. I'm still reading Fallen Kingdoms. I'm almost done, so I can start reading the sequel. I'm on page 233, and I'm determined to finish this in October. I'm still reading The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan, which is the spin-off series of the Percy Jackson series. And I'm on page 259, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like so good. And I'm reading Blue Lily Lily Blue, which is the most confusing title to ever say because it's like literally the same title over and over. And I have this one, this and the Raven King in hardcover, and I really want to get the other two in hardcover because it's so much prettier. Like, it's like gray and white, and like you can't really see, but it has like that print that they do on each of the chapters, like this. It has that on the cover, and you can't see it at all. I'm reading Shadow of the Wind, and I'm going to be starting the Night film, which a lot of people talk about, and it's by Marisha. I'm not going to pronounce that. I started Shadow and Bone today, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's by Lee Bardugo. She also has like a spin-off series, and the sequel just came out of that one, but I have not read the first series yet, so I wanted to do that first. I know like you can read it apparently without reading the first one, but I want to read the series first. And it's about Grisha. I don't know what that means. And it's about Elena, who has been orphaned, and she is sure of one thing, her best friend Mal, and she has a crush on him, and then he gets like injured, and like, yeah, so I don't really know much yet because I'm only on the first chapter, but it's really good so far. And the last book I'm currently reading is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm really enjoying this one so far. Like, I love Sarah J. Maas's like world, and like apparently like this world and Throne Glass world are like very like similar. Like, that's what I heard. And even though I haven't read that series yet, which I'm going to be doing after I read this one, because the third one doesn't come out until May of like next year, which is far, but I really hope this doesn't put me in a book hangover, because that would like really kill me. Like, I'm on page 49, and it's so good so far. Like, I love it so far. Like, I can't talk about it because if some people have not read A Court of Thorns and Roses, I don't want to spoil anyone. Like, it's just so good. Like, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye, guys.